Drew Ali, the prophet, who's noble. In order to uplift our people, he needed to be vocal. But his actions backed it, so his name became global. He had a monopoly on morals, was rich with righteousness. That's my type of mogul. Brought us the holy book with the 7 and closed in a circle so we could have understanding at our dispersal. So with our scepters raised, send them back to the caves, put us back in our rightful place, because we're tired of this role reversal. Let's do it now, not wait. The hour is late. But see, this smile on my face means I'm proud of my race. But they should have a frown on their face and feel down about the race for all the reasons the prophet told us not to amalgamate. He said no intermarrying. And it holds bearing if they're a no God-fearing, disease-engineering mankind, expecting us as kings and queens to continue to stand by while they take the lead, but they're headed for landmines. That wasn't the prophet's goal, I'm certain. Us being misled by people who told us we're worthless. They misquote, mistranslate, and misinterpret holy verses. Like saying the curse of Ham meant that our only purpose on the surface of earth is being at their service as servants. But the world wouldn't believe that. So documents got distorted. Other documents got tore up. To hide that during the Middle Ages, the Moors saved Europe. To hide they had no sewer drainage and slept in fecal and used copies of Moorish structures to build Catholic cathedrals. The noble Drew Ali within the America shores tied the lineage of those Moors who came before to yours, gave us nationality, unveiled scores of Moors for generations to come. That's a Moors encore. See, the prophet was that guy. Wouldn't have been wise to test him. If he is alive, we'd be aligned in alliance right next to him. If I was in charge of speaking engagements, then I'd request them, gather the people, let them bless them with the wisdom from a maxim. And it's safe to say there's no way he'd neglect them. Because he was divinely sent for that specific task. Create a mass movement where expectations get surpassed. You can have a bald head, a fade, waves, braids, or dreads. But you gotta be original, man, in order to wear that faz. This ain't some sort of fad. When will it end? Never. Our communities continuously will get better with clever endeavor, so codependency on government aid is severed forever. Like we're pulling lucky levers and pressing magic buttons, economic production at our round table discussions. Our women contribute without us even asking. Because there are reasonable companions, not slaves to our passions. Memories flashing outside the liquor store. As a juvenile, paying people inside to buy me drink to sip and pour. They ain't even care if it depleted my brain. Only thing they made clear is they was keeping my change. But since we're all grown, I ask you, how would you respond if juveniles ask you to purchase alcohol? Huh? Would you think it's straight because you could relate being in their place, buy them what they want, tell them be safe and be on your way? Or like weighing diamonds on the scale, could you drop jewels in a manner where they won't feel ridiculed? So even though you ain't bound that pint, once you leave out of sight, he still be like, oh, it was cool. Because our youth need some guidance in surmounting their fears. Don't underestimate the pressure compounded by their peers. We've all been there. So if they're headed in the wrong direction, it's on us to counter steer. The prophet came through so we could do for self. He seen our self-esteem was bruised with welts. Knew we could use his help. Cause our souls been crying out with confused yelps. We were tired of being stigmatized, tired of being ostracized, tired of being victimized, tired of being traumatized. And I'm tired of our own kind saying times is changing. You must be misinformed if that's what you're claiming. You must have missed it in Mississippi. That white woman campaigning said she'd sit in the front row today if invited to a public hanging. I know, it's not all of them. But politicians in powerful positions as hers make laws that benefits all of them. So that's my problem. So if we're not being taught the 120 or techniques on meditation or the Ma'at philosophies or holistic medication or the principles of Kwanzaa or meta-netter education or the 12 jewels of Islam, then I'm all for separation. Because history reveals we do better when we're forced. Once people openly tell us, hey, don't resort on our support, then our blinders are removed, made to view their true personas. But out of that comes Black Wall Streets, Carolinas, Oklahomas. Make your mind up or you're a grown up. Put away your childish thoughts, because you're ancient. Time never was when man was not. Our accomplishments get discarded, but should be rewarded. Our past is historic. Why will we ignore it? Or let others record it, report it, twist it, contort it? We might as well have a grave displayed with flowers from a florist, cause that's mental rigor mortis. Birthplace ain't gotta be Morocco to claim to be Moorish. The whole earth is our turf, we can never be tourists. But justice coming slow as a tortoise, taking long like a marathon. Let's switch this to a relay race to carry us on. We had the right mighty men coming past the baton. Marcus Garvey to Drew Ali to Elijah Muhammad to Farrakhan. When it comes to leadership, you can ask for nothing more. I for sure put those four on my Mount Rushmore. Get it? Mount Rushmores. Peace.